Hello and welcome back to Rebekah. It is a week 2 of November. It's very dark. It's only like 5 o'clock, but the day got away from me. I was hoping to film earlier and I didn't quite get to it. So we're gonna live with the darkness. Hopefully you can somewhat see me. So I've already talked about my first book, but we had a great reading week. So I did finish this since last check-in, and I talked about it in terms of basic plot, both in last week's weekend update and in last week's week 1 check-in for November. So I'll skip running through the plot, other than it's a heist novel with this kind of family who are not in polite society, the Wild Winchesters, and the Duke of Faircliff, who is in polite society. And so there's that kind of culture clash and banter between them. And really, for me, what I do want to bring up is that in the second half here, we get introduced more into the Wild Winchesters family and the other siblings. I mean, they're all adopted orphans, so they're not related, but they have such a close bond, and we get a lot more of them present in the story. We get a lot more of their backstories, and that sold me on this series. I absolutely loved it so much. I want to follow every single one of the Wild Winchester characters. So yeah, absolutely really enjoyed this. This was great fun. It was irreverent and funny and heartwarming. It was everything I was looking for. So great read. Then I started and finished Cowboy to Remember by Rebekah Weatherspoon. And I've read Rebekah Weatherspoon before, and this was actually a pleasant surprise for me because I read Rafe, a Buff Male Nanny, and that one was quite a bit steamier than I am used to. So actually, I should say all of the books that I've read so far have been dual perspective, both the male and female perspective, or not male and female. We had an FF romance. So all of them have been dual perspective, and they have had 1 or 2 steamy scenes. So not over the top. So this was right about the right steam level for me as well. So that was a pleasant surprise. I was expecting a lot more in this. But this, anyway, it follows our main character, who is a chef, and she is a famous television personality, basically. And she falls down some stairs, or gets pushed potentially, and loses her memory. And so she's kind of in hiding because she can't go back to work, can't be on TV if she doesn't remember how to cook at all. And so she also doesn't remember her life. And so she grew up with her grandmother on this ranch, but really this was less of a cowboy romance than I expected, and that ended up being a positive for me. It's much more that they're operating an upscale cowboy themed resort and much less like rural ranch. So she and this character, Zach, have a history, and she doesn't remember it. But she, as soon as she has lost her memory, starts having dreams of this guy, and it turns out to be one of the brothers who run the ranch, and they have a romantic history. And so the Cowboy to Remember is very literal in the title, where these dreams and potentially memories are things that help bring everything back to her. And so as she's trying to remember, they are getting to know each other, and he's having realizations about their previous relationship and why he kind of let her slip away from him, why he thought they couldn't be together, and maybe that was wrong. And so we see their relationship advance, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was sweet and just really fun because the food elements, I just love cooking stories. So it was fun to see her learning to cook with his grandmother. And so yeah, I had a lot of great family in this one as well. So I've had lots of really good family themes in this week. So that was another one I finished and loved. And then my third book that I am reading and flying through, I could not put this down, is Better Than People by Roan Parrish. And this is a male-male romance. It's got dogs. So we have 2 characters, and the first one is very shy. Simon is literally to the point where he can't talk in the presence of other people at times. And so that's a big struggle. And he lives with his grandmother, who's horribly allergic to animals. And so he is heartbroken that he can't have a pet. But he is signed up for the Pet Share app to help other people take care of their pets, right? And he's turned down a lot of people. Well, then Jack, he winds up breaking his leg. and in a fall while walking his dogs. And he has dogs, he has cats, he's got a whole menagerie of animals at home to take care of. And of course, now he's broken his leg, he can't do the stuff that he needs to do. And so someone that knows him helps him sign up for a pet share, and lo and behold, there's Simon. And so Simon shows up, and I'm not that far in. I'm 100 pages or so in, and it's so adorable because he gets to the point where he realizes what's going on with, like, Jack realizes that Simon is avoiding talking at times, and so he is like, do you want to text? That's okay. And he's completely understanding. And then there's also this complex element where Jack has, he's an illustrator, and he has a history that has turned him off from drawing. And so they have real open conversations about that, and it's just beautiful. And so I'm so into this. I'm really, really enjoying it. So this one, yeah, I'm probably gonna finish it by the weekend, or as it is, I will probably have it done tomorrow night. So yeah, I am really enjoying this one. So those are my books for November week 2. How is everybody progressing? Have you started? Are you getting into things? I know I've seen a couple of updates from people, so it's really exciting to see that people are participating. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of November.